Hello, I'm Max Balegde.
And I'm George Clarke, and welcome to the Useless Hotline. TikTok wasn't working out for us, we decided to set up our own little business.
That's right. This is the place where Useless Hotline for useless people who, with useless questions, no matter how ridiculous and stupid they are, we will answer them.
But it won't always just be us. Some weeks we'll be joined by a special guest. Unfortunately, not this week. It's just myself and Max Balegde.
Yes, it is.
You nailed that.
Thank you.
The lines, I feel like they were slightly escaping you, but you improv'd well, and they went damn me crazy. Of course, audio listeners, if you were confused, that is not the voice of Max Balegde. That is the voice of Arthur Hill.
Oh yeah, Arthur Hill. That's good.
Yeah. How you doing, Arthur?
I'm good, man. How are you, George?
I'm absolutely fantastic. It's been, how long has it been since we had Arthur on last? Do you know?
8 months.
8 months. Did you
I
know
looked
this?
when you asked me, and I looked after I got changed, and I realised I wore the same hoodie last time, and now I feel really embarrassed.
Oh, he hasn't changed.
I was going to wear the same cap as well, but I didn't.
That would have been
Thank
really
God,
good.
that would have been
also
embarrassing.
fun. But you've been doing a lot since then, Arthur. You've recently finished your tour.
Woo. Yeah.
I'm sure a lot of the audience would have been there or seen it or been jealous of the people that were there. How was that? Your first European tour, right?
It was my first European tour, and it was great. It was really fun, but I was very ill.
Yeah.
So it's quite hard. But
you were, for anybody unaware, Arthur was mucho under the weather to a point where you bought an actual drip.
Yeah, the day before we left, I had a woman come round and give me an IV drip, and then she gave me antibiotics and steroids. So I was roided up.
So that's why.
Because I basically I was really ill with the flu or something, and I couldn't go to rehearsals, and then the flu turned into loads of coughing, and I lost my voice. So they gave me these steroids that apparently help your voice. And
so he's not a natty singer
can you imagine the crash outs I had on tour when I was roided up?
So for all those people oh, it's raw natural talent, it's not anymore. He's gone unnatural.
He's not natty.
He's hopped on the Psalms.
Goes on roids and auto-tune. There's nothing natty about it.
But how many... Was it the Paris show that was the most difficult?
Yeah, the Paris show...
You're surrounded by the French.
Yeah, the Paris... Yeah, I mean, and that. But it was I think, because I was maybe we just shouldn't do it, but then my manager was no, it's too late to cancel. So I was okay. But it was actually fine. Once the adrenaline kicks in, it was fine. But I had to cut a few songs, and I felt really bad about that.
What songs are the...
what did I cut? I think I just cut You're Not God.
I was going to say that was...
Because it's always the bit that makes me the most nervous, because the ending's really hard to sing. And I was there's no way I'm going to hit that note. And I was just thinking I'd have a terrible voice crack. You're not
that would be...
Yeah.
That would be funny.
And then the French would all laugh at me.
At least it wasn't the Spanish.
Yeah.
This is great. Let me go have a siesta.
But it was really fun. I still had a lot of fun, especially by the end. Cologne, I felt fine, and it was a really good show.
What was your favourite city, or / what city haven't you done that's your goal?
Ooh, I did really like Amsterdam. I'd been there a month before with my mother.
Of course.
Yeah, which I think might be out by the time this comes out. I don't know when this comes out, but I went to Amsterdam with my mum, did brownies.
Ooh, cheeky.
And then, but it's always, I've been there and it's really nice weather, so I feel like I have a version of it in my head that maybe isn't necessarily true.
Yeah, I've only been to Amsterdam in nice weather, actually. Actually, I can't remember. Was my Year 9 hockey tour really nice weather?
Wow.
I felt I was in such flow state, obviously.
Yeah, of course.
Just ice baths and taking names.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm a fan of Amsterdam. We're actually going soon.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, we are.
It's mad. I didn't go for 26 years, and now I've gone 3 times in the last month and a half.
You
Crazy.
legend.
Can you say why you're going to go soon?
We are going for Christopher Maduz's birthday.
Oh, a birthday weekend in Amsterdam.
Yeah,
birthday start of the
yeah,
week
this is
in
my
Amsterdam.
thing.
We're
going on Sunday and Monday.
Yeah, I don't really know what we're able to achieve this time. Well, they're on their FPL trip currently, so they go straight from Portugal to Amsterdam. But these are just the dates that we could all do.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
We are just spending Sunday night and Monday night in Amsterdam.
It's actually hilarious.
So I really don't know it's going to be a really interesting experience.
Yeah, I think it's all just going to be dead. They'll be like, we'll end up at like an Irish bar.
It'll just be the reserves in the.
Well, I was going to say, give me some predictions for things that might happen while you're away.
Ooh.
Irish pub is one of them, clearly.
Irish pub.
Arthur Television will try to vlog it and we'll say no.
Yeah, that would definitely be true. Arthur will definitely go to the red light district a few times as well. People don't know that about him.
Every time he's been so far, he's always gone and handed in a CV.
Yeah.
He always goes there and he's like, this is where I've always actually liked to...
for the manager position.
I've got a substantial following now, so...
Manager position in the red light district.
Yeah.
Just a pimp.
Just the the other guys. Have you watched the other guys where Will Ferrell's character just unknowingly basically just
so funny.
I imagine that for Arthur.
You don't speak to Ding Dong like that. You don't speak to me like that.
Oh man, what else will happen?
I personally won't indulge in any
No, I actually don't think I will either, which probably, I mean, Chris is going to be fuming really, because Chris, obviously massive drug.
Yeah.
So
that's why he's called Chris MD.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course.
That's what people don't know, that Arthur's the one that's into the window shopping. Chris is like cracked out all the time.
Yeah.
What's Batch's thing? Batch is going to do...
Well, that's why it's called Batch as well.
Yeah.
It has the whole Italian batch.
Yeah. Yeah. And
Whatever
me and you are
means.
just going to get on the
Spoon.
Heinekens.
Are we actually the only ones sharing a room now as well? Because
I thought I was being really... I just did the Arthur. I thought I was being genius because I was like... Because Batch said... I think we were all initially meant to be sharing a room except Chris.
Because Chris, to outline why, Chris booked the rooms and he's getting like a little itinerary ready. He's such a 30-year-old. It's honestly so funny. He put a message in the chat today being like, itinerary coming through shortly, boys.
No fucking way.
But he's booked the hotel, but he was like, yeah, I've got myself a room, and then you guys each share together.
But this is my thing, unless my maths is being stupid. So like, there was, how many rooms would there be?
3 rooms.
3 rooms.
1 for Chris, 2 for us 4.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then,
if
Batch,
one person, so if Batch and Arthur are both getting their own room, then we have our own room.
Well, no.
Is that not correct?
Because Batch is buying another room. Arthur said he's going to give him half towards that. So one of them moves out of that room, the other one stays in there.
I see.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I thought I was being smart by not saying anything, because I was like, if they all want another room, I'm just going to get a new room, my own room for free.
Yeah, no, we're just...
No.
You're here trying to play chess.
They're all being idiots.
No, you're right.
Because Chris got the rooms, and I was like, well, yeah, if you all want to pay for a new one, I'll just stay in the remaining one. Damn it, okay.
Then I'll get myself one.
But I don't mind
2
sharing.
rooms to yourself.
Yeah. A living room and a bedroom. But yeah, fine.
What were you saying? I feel like I was...
We were talking about other cities. This was
Oh,
fine.
yeah.
I really liked Berlin.
I've heard good things.
It's almost like aggressively cool.
Yeah, me and Batch's new sexy German friend Giuliano was from Berlin.
Okay.
Have you seen or heard about Giuliano?
I haven't heard about Giuliano.
Oh, you need to get to know.
Really?
That man's
Is that a German name?
No, he's Polish.
Oh.
But lives in Germany. Oh, he's a sexy bitch.
Yeah.
Because the clip you might have known him from was in New York in Times Square. You know who Marlon is?
Yeah.
Famously, just everyone finds him very attractive.
Yeah.
Juliana's like a big fan of him, came over and like shook his hand, and I believe
Did he mug him?
Lacey was just like, "Bro, this is the first time you've been mocked."
Wow.
And it's like a big thing.
That is crazy.
But anyway, yeah. Anyway, that's sorry. I went on a little tangent about the
Berlin
sexy German
for
friend.
me is amazing city. Like everybody very cool.
I've heard good things. I've not been myself.
But everybody wears. It's like they're a bit scary. Like everybody is like, kind of. It's like everybody's cool, but in like an emo way. You know?
Oh, really? So like, what you see people wearing going into Berghain is kind of what everyone wears.
Kind of, but like no, it's like they're all but like imagine it's half that, half what people in Hackney wear. It's like somewhere in the middle.
Yeah, right.
It's like what people would wear in Hackney, but it's all black.
It's emo Hackney.
Oh, so this
It's
is the
emo.
same, but
It's
just all
emo
black.
Broadway market. Yeah.
Wow, that's
Apparently, it's very like rave sort of scene there as well.
It's really cool. It's like they somehow make like because it's I wouldn't say it's pretty at all.
no.
Like
Yeah, don't get any of yourself,
Yeah,
darling.
but like it just looks cool somehow.
Yeah. Okay, so that was your favourite one of the tour.
I did it because we had a bit of time off there, so I did enjoy that
Yeah.
one. Yeah.
What's your, let's say your European city that you've not done, and then go broaden it to the world. What's the one place? Because I don't know if you've seen the episode. James said a place in, where was it? Somewhere in his American tour. There was this like really cool room that was like.
Let me find.
Cal might be able to
What was that
pull it
called?
up. I'm not sure. Where
Red Rocks.
No, I think it was in Arizona.
Yeah. What I would have said like the coolest venue is Red Rocks.
is it like?
No. So this wasn't Red Rocks. This was like an indoor venue where imagine everything is like neon colours.
Oh.
It's kind of psychedelic and trippy.
So it's like a laser tag.
Yeah, it was like a little laser tag arena, but like quite a cool
Yeah.
one. Anyway,
Interesting.
yours. What's yours?
In Europe, where haven't I been?
Prague.
Yeah, it probably would be Prague because I owe a lot to Prague because I supported Thomas Heeden there, and I remember like I wasn't expecting anyone to.
This is the venue.
Oh my god! See, I don't want to be a prick, but that looks horrible. That would be like if anywhere in the world, that's where I'd least want to play.
That's your stage.
I did think you wouldn't like it, but
yeah,
I feel
that looks like I don't know, like a.
But what they were saying was imagine the blue hair.
Yeah, that's. Oh my god! Yeah, did you say that at the time?
No, yeah, that's what they said. Yeah.
Yeah, that's made for James Marriott fans.
Yeah,
which feels
I
like
feel like
which
if you're
feels like a
doing-
dig because they also we share a lot, but it's not.
But would you not want to do that just for the banter? Consider you're doing a whole tour. Just throw in one cheeky venue like
imagine
this.
one night like that.
Oh, I'd hate it because like if the crowd are like smiling, it would be all like blue teeth. It would freak me out. Do you know what I mean? When you smile, when you smile in there, it's like
You're not wrong.
yeah.
But imagine the outfit you could pop on.
Yeah, I'd have to like I'd change the show completely for that venue. I don't know how, but I like
Just
you know those like videos where like it'd be like a black morph suit, but they have like the green bones.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Then I'd wear that.
Like something that the
That is a
judges on
mental
BGT
place.
would go crazy at.
Where is it in Texas?
I think it's Arizona.
Yeah, North Texas immersive art experience blends fiction with reality. What is Meow Wolf?
Wait,
That's
hold
what it. Yeah.
Oh,
it's
Meow
called-
Wolf. That's
yeah.
It's called Meow
called
Wolf.
Meow Wolf.
Yeah.
How we doing, Meow Wolf? No, I mean sure, it's cool. Yeah, it's not the same thing I'd envisioned. I think Red Rocks is really cool.
Yeah, I'll show you.
Is that your?
I don't think it's my dream venue, but in the US, that would be a pretty cool like.
My dream venue
milestone.
would be the Coliseum.
That's also
This
pretty
is Red
cool.
Rocks. George, you definitely would have
Like
seen
that is
it
just
on
fucking
people's
awesome, isn't it?
videos and shit.
Yeah, that is cool as absolute
Yeah,
heck.
she's in the
This
middle.
is like a world-renowned venue.
Yeah, it's in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Actually, when I say middle of nowhere, I actually have no idea where it is. Denver? Okay, yeah, Denver.
What's
To be fair, you know what? Like, also, like all the videos from the Sphere in Vegas.
Do you really think? Yeah. Oh,
It would. I
I've
don't
got
think it'd
mixed
be. It's
opinions
not
on
an
this thing.
experience for like great
Can you
music.
show me the Sphere? I don't think I've seen. Is it the big ball? But there's things inside.
mate.
of it?
Some of the videos,
I didn't
like,
realise
if
that
it
seems
is
like the least you
crazy.
answer. By the way.
no, I know, but I'm saying like I'd rather go than perform.
So that's
to be
it from
fair.
the outside. It's one giant screen essentially, And on the inside, oh, well, this is actually a great
What band did it?
U2 opened it.
U2. Yeah, but like it looks crazy from the inside.
Fuck.
So obviously you can make it look like whatever you want.
Yeah, like there was. I think U2 opened it with like this like a valley kind of thing.
With UFC fight in there, that's quite.
Yeah,
funny.
they did the UFC thing.
Yeah. The only issue with the Sphere, right, is that from like a back-end production perspective, you've got to spend so much money coming up with unique visuals.
I think
and getting
it's
them
crazy
rendered.
in debt already.
Yeah. But also, like, if you're going there putting on a show that you're not making money, you're doing it for an experience.
What would you put on the screens?
I was maybe your head, but it still wouldn't fit.
We're going to cut out the music.
It's not cool.
Look at that.
That is pretty crazy. That feels like a thing at Disney World.
But like, look how big it's like the biggest screen ever.
Yeah.
That's so strange.
But I bet the sound's fucking terrible. But that is mad. Oh my god.
Like it is cool. It is cool.
Yeah.
I just don't think it's that practical.
Yeah, does that add to the
I don't think it'll last.
No, I don't. I don't think it adds to the performance. I think the spectacle is the visuals, not the music.
Yeah.
I think the music accompanies whatever else that you're doing there, which is really backwards.
Normally concerts they'd have like the screens would be like zooms in on.
I mean,
the
look, that
person
guy's
so
fucking.
You can see what's
that
going
guy's
on.
going crazy.
Yeah.
But here, I feel like you can barely see the artist.
I think if you're there and you've done a bit of mushrooms, that's the best thing.
No, you want to go to Meow Wolf if you've done some mushrooms.
Yeah, true.
Apparently, Dana White spent millions on the visuals for
UFC.
UFC. If you do, that is.
God, imagine seeing like a slow-mo replay of someone's nose.
Someone's going to get emotional.
Damn, would that be cool to watch a movie on?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
imagine like an IMAX film, but
it's
in there
cool.
where it's like surrounding you.
that is cool.
Okay, this is.
That'd be fucking cool as hell. Oh my god, imagine watching Soccer Saturday on that.
Watch Arsenal bottle another title. Yeah, pretty cool.
Oh, this is quite cool.
This was.
That is really sick.
Yeah, audio listeners, by the way, this segment. Please,
Yeah, sorry.
we're currently just watching.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, just the UFC.
Okay, now we're watching UFC.
Yeah.
No, but that is a really cool. I think it comes down to that. Is like the possibilities are so broad with something like this. It's going to take a few people to like nail it, where people then go, oh right, now we know what we can do with it. Like that is a perfect example of what you would do for a live event.
That looks like a PlayStation startup screen. That's
it
insane.
does.
Yeah.
It's fucking epic.
Oh,
But I tell you what else you have finished as well. Not just your tour. Mother's Boy. Was you still doing Mummy's Boy when we last saw you? I think you might have just finished it.
Ooh.
How long has it been?
No, I think I would have still been doing it. It was like Christmas was the last episode.
Wow.
So I would have still been doing it.
R.I.P. to the girl you used to be. Is there any chance of a revival, or is it things like I'm going to take my mother to Amsterdam?
Yeah, unless there's drugs involved.
Yeah.
I won't hang out with her anymore.
Bless her.
Honestly, man, I don't think so. I don't think it'll come back. I think like it was becoming very hard to like, because she has a job.
Yeah.
And I wasn't like, I just felt like I couldn't prioritize it. So, yeah, sadly, I do miss it though.
Yeah. How did you find it though? With I feel like the thing I enjoyed most about going home is catching up with my parents and like having like. Did you find yourself being like, oh, keep it for the podcast, mother?
That was actually happening. Yeah. Whereas now I go home and it's actually like nice to catch up.
Yeah.
But yeah, bless her. She's a superstar.
She is. We love Lisa.
Yeah.
Can we put some W Lisas in the chat?
I've finally got the chance. Well, it's a weird thing to say, but I got the chance to watch her do a funeral. So she does funerals. That's her job.
She's like a funeral director.
She like will run the funeral essentially. So like she talks.
Oh.
And like that.
And corpse, 3, 2, 1, on you go, corpse.
And you've been buzzing
I need some coffees. I haven't
been buzzing to watch her. I phrased that badly, but like I could never imagine her doing it in a weird way because like I just thought she'd be so like musical about it.
Yeah.
But she was very good at it.
Oh, so she's just like the master of ceremony, like.
Yeah. So she like does like sort of like in between people's speeches, and she kicks it all off, and she says it's very rewarding. It must be pretty hard. But
that would be difficult.
Yeah.
Does she have like a specific style?
Just like, so she kicks it off with a couple of impressions.
Yeah.
Mainly of like the guy whoever's dead. Yeah. And yeah, a couple of jokes in there. Bit of crowd work.
Come on, guys.
You crying at the back. How did you know him?
Come on, guys, line up. It's like someone's died. Hey, that's always a good one to tee off with.
But yeah.
I didn't know that about her. Wow.
Yeah. She's had a bunch of careers.
She was an actor at one point, right?
She was an actor in the West End, and then she was an agent.
Oh. Are we allowed to speak about that part of her career? Or?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, I never. No, she was an agent for like
MI5
actors.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Oh, right. I was making a joke with that. I thought that's
Then she was.
we can cut that if you want.
Then she was a school teacher, and now she's a funeral celebrant.
The front was a school teacher.
Yeah, yeah.
These are now the jobs that
She was always going abroad for like days at a time.
The jobs that you've given her after agent.
She had
so
so
funny.
many school trips. It's really
she was
bizarre.
a school teacher. She was a plumber. She was a funeral director. These are such like hitman jobs.
Yeah. Just get cuts on her face and stuff.
Weird. Freaking who? Oh, we've been up to all sorts actually. You've played at the Emirates twice.
Ooh.
That's a thing you've done.
Not music. That would be cool though.
Yeah.
I'm going there tonight though to watch Robbie Williams. Come on.
Hell yeah.
Come on. That's Robbie Williams.
Favourite Robbie Williams.
Robbie Williams.
Oh, are you
My
going
favourite
to
Robbie
be the
Williams.
guy he brings on stage and just like snogs the
Oh
hell?
yeah. Do you think I could get away with doing that one day, in these trying times?
Oh, I don't know.
Can we watch that on the pod? Is it? I don't think we could watch it.
We can watch it. We can watch it. It's a thing that's
we can audio
publicly
we can audio
accessible.
describe it.
Yeah, sorry, audio listeners. Yeah, we'll explain what's happening to you. And
tell me what I'm looking for. What am I searching?
Robbie Williams kisses fan Nebworth.
Net worth.
Nebworth.
Yeah, so audio listeners will describe what's happening. Visual listeners, close your eyes.
Yeah.
This is insane, by the way. This is just a fan.
Wait, oh no, it's fine.
Was there a better one?
Yeah, no, yeah, it might just, yeah, here we go.
So he pulls a
he's
fan
pulled
from
Pull the fan
stage.
up. She's hugging him.
It gives a little hug, carries on singing.
Carries on.
She's gone straight in for the hug, by the way.
Yeah,
she's
a big embrace, but it's not just it's not
They're
a
sort of
one-sided
like
relationship.
they're cheek to cheek right now. He's still singing, by the way, which is true professional.
Yeah.
She's
and then
kind of
she
nuzzled
moves her
herself.
hand down
Oh, wow.
and grabs his ass. She's
Hand to
moved
the
his hand
arse.
up, grabbed his ass.
This is fantastic.
And then Robbie
people.
goes and grabs her tit.
He's grabbed the tit.
Hold on.
He has grabbed the tit. We are going to VAR
he's
this.
grabbed the tit. There
We've
he
gone
is.
to
He's done
Eagle Eye.
it.
It looks
He's
like he has.
grabbed the
That
tit.
is a
He's grabbed the tit.
confirmed tit grab.
Right.
And
She's smiling, by the way. She's
smiling.
enjoying this.
Yeah,
He's
no,
still
having a great
singing. She's
time.
kissed his cheek now. They're looking at each other.
Their gaze has locked, and it looks like they're going in for a kiss. They have gone in for a kiss, and
Mike is right there to catch
they really that's a passionate embrace.
God, that is just crazy.
This is in front of a whole crowd.
In front of 200,000 people, by the way. I would love to know what she's doing now.
That must have been the most incredible endorphin thing for her.
For her, yeah, oh man.
Wow, there you go.
She would have had the biggest come down that day.
It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. He's gone for the proposal.
I hope he
afterwards.
does it to me.
And there we go. That is.
Man, the 2000s were just. I think everyone just had more fun, didn't they? You know what I mean? Everything was just.
That is insane.
That's
Do
wild.
you think that's like written into his set? Like
What?
Like in his dress rehearsals,
what
he's
gets
just got
someone
like
up?
he's just got like a member of production, just like you're a stand-in. Oh, for
Yeah.
God's sake.
God, it is crazy.
That's.
I guess Matty Healy did it last year or 2 years ago.
Did he?
He kissed fans in the crowd.
Well,
He kissed a bloke. He kissed a girl.
been done, mate. Been done.
But then it was
Robbie
getting
Williams,
backlash.
pal.
But then I think he lent into it and was like asking for their IDs and stuff. Like,
That's pretty funny. I like
yeah.
that.
Damn, what a bloke Robbie Williams is.
Yeah.
And the fact is, you could try and come for that, and I think he just wouldn't care.
Yeah, no. One thing about he's unapologetically himself, Robbie Williams.
Have you seen that Graham Norton thing that he said about the
that woman
maid
gives him a hand
coming
job.
in? That is so funny.
I can't remember. He woke up. He was like staying somewhere.
Oh yes.
And he woke up and there was a cleaner in his room.
No, it wasn't a cleaner. He just said it was a random person.
No, but she said she was a cleaner.
Oh, she said she was, right.
They were doing tours when they were this place that he was staying in.
No, I think she said she was a cleaner, but it turns out she was lying, and it was like a crazy fan.
Yeah.
And he found out in the pub like a month later or something like that.
And essentially, she just gave him fellatio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Filleted all over his thing.
Crazy.
But that's crazy stardom, though, right? That's
yeah.
That's insane.
I mean, he was absolutely huge here. Like, he sold more tickets at Nebworth than Oasis did, I think.
Do you reckon he is the biggest person in the UK to not be big in America?
Yeah, I think so. I think he's like, probably
I don't understand how.
That's a good question, you know.
But it's just like Take That couldn't like break America either. So I guess I think he lives there. I watched the documentary. He lives there because no one knows who he is.
That's clever.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
That's why I live in the UK.
Fun fact, you know Ali that drove our bus for Reading and Leeds?
Yeah.
He's doing Robbie's tour right now.
Oh, no way.
Oh,
Yeah, he's on
I'll
tour
look
with
out
him.
for him.
Oh, you'll see him tonight.
Yeah.
Anyway, Emirates. How did you find playing in that?
Oh man, it was obviously amazing, but I just played so bad.
Have you seen the clip? Somebody clipped up us both tackling Danny Aaron's.
Oh yeah, I enjoyed that. That was, at least I had that good moment. Don't think it was a foul actually. I thought it was a foul at the time, but
yeah,
the replay, I think
he just
I
does
got
like
the
a
ball.
crazy flip, and also mine looks like a foul, but it's not.
No. I have been thinking about it because it was like, obviously, like I'm a massive Arsenal fan. I was like, I'm gonna have to score.
I have to fuck up the Spurs fan. That's what you said.
Yeah, I have to score at the Emirates, and I just didn't. But I was in the right positions.
Yeah.
For the right back of the team to be the most active player up front, you know, I was the Trent role.
Yeah, I mean, it was quite difficult for me, the centre midfielder who was playing centre back.
Sorry about that. Well, maybe it was slightly selfish, but also that the keeper was amazing. There's maybe two or three that I should have scored, but there was two that like would have been a goal.
Viz went dummy crazy on that thing.
And I managed to luckily go back 2 days later and shoot at the goal with no keeper and get my moment.
Oh, he fucked that thing up.
Yeah. But yeah, what a dream come true.
Hell yeah, man.
May was just full of bucket list moments.
What else was? Oh, May was your tour as well.
May was my tour.
How's the injury after that match?
Really bad, but it's fine now. It just takes like 2 days to go back to normal.
What's the injury update?
My physio won't reply to me, so now I'm going.
It's probably because you keep fucking.
No, but she doesn't even know about that. So I'm going to a hip specialist next week.
Do you reckon you're one of the youngest people ever to go to a hip specialist?
Probably, yeah. But I need surgery, but I can't do the surgery because I have all these festivals.
Because I've got all these football matches I want to play.
Yeah. And I don't know how long the recovery will be, but I assume it'd be more than 2 weeks, and I don't really have like anything less than a gap of 2 weeks between festivals. So I think it'll be like end of summer. Yeah. So
your
I would have been like
crazy.
Huh?
Your winter arc this year's
Oh man,
crazy.
yeah. I actually think it would be though. I think like if I managed to go on a 5K and I don't feel pain, I think I would cry. Or even just play like football again. It's so shit. Like
this feels like a Pride of Britain sort of speech that we're
yeah,
having right now.
they will make a documentary about me.
And just as he thought he was getting better, disaster struck.
He's invited to the Emirates.
He played a 60-minute match at the Emirates.
And then did it again 2 days later. and then
he
climbed.
He just kept getting. Arthur, why do you keep fucking
Scotland.
playing?
Oh,
That's good fun.
that definitely made it so much worse. The 3 peaks. Well, the one peak.
Everything that you choose to do that you can easily turn down makes it worse.
Yeah.
But hey, what are we gonna do? That's just our little friend Arthur there for you.
Yeah.
Summer is almost here though.
Yeah, my favourite time of year.
Hell freaking yeah. I don't understand people who don't say summer is their favourite.
Yeah, I genuinely can't understand that.
And this is as someone who loves the winter. I'm a very warm person. I like being able to actually wear hoodies or coats. I like being able to. It's obviously ski season. I love skiing, but there is an unrivaled feeling of even just entering our living room and natural light hitting you. Everything just feels better, and I just don't believe that people can possibly think that the winter is a. And people are like, oh yeah, but you get really warm, you get really sweaty, and it's put a fan on or take all your clothes off.
I can justify people saying
pictures to prove it.
I can justify people saying spring, but I still don't even really understand that.
Yeah, because they're like, oh, but it's just like the first early signs of
bloom.
Summer. Well, yeah, it's the early signs of summer. How about you eat the full thing?
Yeah.
Right in your mouth.
I think June is my favourite month of the year, maybe.
June is?
Yeah. I think because you've got the whole summer ahead of you. There is normally a bit of nice weather. A lot seems to happen. It's Glastonbury. Gigs.
I can't wait for my first portable barbecue of the summer.
Oh yeah, nice.
They're good and fun.
Yeah. Fuck winter, man. All the homies hate winter.
Oh, it's Lime bike season as well.
Yeah.
Oh, did you see I got the Lime bike follow?
I saw that. Just rubbing it in more. You got the Guinness and you got lime.
Yeah, Guinness and lime.
Yeah,
that's my favourite order. Yeah, but I don't really know what the move is from here. Do I make the first move? I think they might have messaged me. I think I've left them a little bit long to reply.
Oh, they have messaged you?
I think they have messaged me. Shall I see what line have messaged me?
Yeah, go on. Hey, do you have a contact for Arthur? That'd be great.
They said they just said seen on the cycle lane.
What?
I don't know what that means. I'll just reply seen in my dreams.
They just said seen. What? I don't understand.
They just said seen on the cycle lane. I don't know what that means. So I've replied seen in my dreams just to sort of
nice.
Just to spruce them up a little bit, yeah. So we'll see how that goes. Maybe by the end, maybe 9 months' time, we'll have a little tricycle.
Nice. Have you seen the new Lime bikes?
Are those the ones that are Monaco?
Yeah. Oh, did you take a picture?
Is it the one that's the basket really low?
They look more like a moped.
There's no way that's
the new design.
My freaking god! Right now I'm gonna lose my absolute shit.
They will be coming here.
That's really upsetting. The ones in Barcelona are still like a bit blue. Oh, they've changed as well to our model, because you go different places in Europe. Some of the old red ones.
Oh, they're good.
Yeah, and then I wasn't in London when it was red zone.
Because in Berlin as well, they don't have the little speed limiter. Oh. You can go fucking rapid.
Down the Autobahn.
Yeah, down the Autobahn.
Autobahn on.
This is a cool thing about Berlin. Not to go back to it. There was they had a big airport that was used in the war.
Damn.
And they just left it, but then opened it up to the public. And it's just the coolest. It's just so Berlin. It's you just go there, everyone has a barbecue. It's huge. And everyone was there. There was a cycle race going on,
in the airport.
So no, but it's the outside.
Okay.
So there's a few runways that people are running on. And then there was a cycle race going on one of the runways.
Oh, so it's not used as an airport. It's just used
it's used as a public park.
That's cool.
We just scooted around it. It was so cool.
That is very cool, actually.
And there's people having portable barbecues and little bar. It was so cool.
That's impressive to have a full-on runway that's just go for it. That's free real estate these days.
Literally, if that happened here, they'd probably just turn it into flats. But they were no, we're just going to make it into a public, and it was great.
Or a Costa.
Yeah, bloody Costa. Probably a Pret, actually.
Yeah.
I still want to. Was it you I was speaking about this ages ago? Like when you go to the Canary Wharf shopping mall, there's a Pret every 20 meters?
Yeah, it is insane.
I wonder what the average distance between Prets is in London. Is that something ChatGPT could do?
I wouldn't know. I've never been near the app.
Is that something I could Google?
If you Google it 18 times to try and find the correct answer, yeah.
Google minus AI. Sorry.
Yeah, exactly. There you go.
Yeah.
Speaking of tech.
Yeah.
There's been some techie things going on Twitter recently.
The presidential feud.
Oh my freaking god. Elon Musk and Donald Trump have been having at it. Last week they were in the Oval Office making sweet, sweet love. This week they're on Twitter saying, "You're not my bruv."
Yeah.
Genuinely insane, by the way, that the richest man in the world and the president of the United States are just having beef like a Love Island couple on Twitter. It's insane. If you're unaware, Cal, can you pull up some of these tweets because they're insane? As a quick overview, I believe Elon was not happy with some of the tariffs that he was putting involved or tax.
It was actually I think he's put a tax on electric vehicles or something like that.
So he's gone like that to Elon Musk.
It was like Donald Trump changed his mind about doing something to do with electric vehicles, which would fuck over Tesla slightly.
Right. So then
now their stock is down what?
Oh yeah,
$150 billion. So it's not been that bad.
Yeah. So so Elon has then come out and where is it?
Oh wow, this looks quite good. Okay.
Elon was wearing thin. I asked him to leave. I took away his EV mandate.
That forced everyone to buy electric cars that nobody else wanted, that he knew for months I was going to do, and he just went crazy. So Elon has come out, I think the main ones are Elon has come out and said that Trump was on the Epstein list, and that's why it's not been released.
And that went crazy on Twitter. The Epstein bomb, there you go.
And it is, let me tell you, it's always the ones you least expect, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, I thought that was kind of like, there was already pictures.
I thought he was one of the good ones.
Yeah.
So yeah, Tesla shares are down $150 billion, which is insane.
Crazy.
It's insane that something can be down that and also be an incredibly stable and
the product is still the exact same, but suddenly the value is way less.
But it's to be able to lose $150 billion of shares and it still be like a very expensive, well-established company is insane that you can just lose that.
This bit here is crazy.
This is the
So Elon tweeted, "Time to drop the really big bomb.
Also,
real Donald Trump is in the Epstein files. That is the real reason they've not been made public. Have a nice day, DGT."
He's definitely off his rocker all the time. Have you seen the videos of him in interviews recently?
What, Musk?
His eyes are just rolling.
I have heard
I don't know if you can find a video, but he's being interviewed in one of the Tesla factories a couple of days ago, and he's literally mid-interview like this.
I've just come up with a new idea for a car.
And even when he was saying goodbye at the White House the other day,
he did look weird.
Maybe to type in Elon Musk interview on drugs or something.
I'm not taking drugs.
Yeah, because everyone thinks he's K-holing all the time. Oh, I don't think I'll be able to find the clip. But... Oh yeah, they're showing it. Yeah, look, he's just...
Okay, well that's just normal.
No. Something happened. Okay. That's not... That was...
That was shit.
That was bad.
Yeah, so this is so strange, but it's so... Is it not is it just the way of the world now that this sort of thing can just be on Twitter? Or is it what's the...
What do you mean? What can be on Twitter?
The stuff like
maybe
this that should just be behind closed doors and
Yeah, maybe Elon goes viral with bizarre behaviour. Maybe that one.
Where's that one? This one here?
On the right, the shorts.
What's wrong with Elon?
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It looks like it's got stick drift. What's going on?
I mean, dude, he's fucked.
Also, can we talk about the fact that he's wearing the Doge father on his...
And he's got a black eye.
And his cap says Doge on it in black. Yeah, that is weird.
But the one I saw the other day was way worse.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's just weird in itself that
apparently
someone who's not a political figure can be so involved in
But I will say, I think this is the first time it's been so obvious that that's the case. But I think, generally speaking, in politics, it's always been the way. But it's been much more behind a curtain. Whereas now we can see it play out online, which I guess is what you guys are saying. It's kind of crazy to see.
It's just really weird. It's just
it is very odd. But apparently, guys, don't worry, because they have planned a phone call.
I think they already had one. Did they? I don't know.
I know they've planned one
God.
to hash it out. It's
should
so
we
funny.
act
This
that
is getting
out?
reported like.
Should we act that out? Can you do an Elon impression?
Of course. How does Elon Musk sound?
I don't even know. Like, I thought it's a possibility. Yes.
That's Barack Obama.
Yeah. It's a. I do believe it's a possibility.
Me and Michelle.
Obama.
I don't know how that phone call would go, but I believe just do your Donald Trump.
Yeah, I just wanted to do. I just haven't done it before, so I'm pretty sure I did it on the last time I came on here.
Yeah.
I do it every day. Come on, to help George. Let's just watch one clip of Elon speaking. You're a good impressionist.
Yeah, they planned it's odd that they've planned like.
Well, you should just pretend being fucked. You should pretend you're fucked.
This bit's gone on too long. I've got a fun game to play with you,
Fine.
Arthur. A fun game of all sorts of fun and enjoyment. You are, of course.
Elon, hello.
You are, of course.
Elon, can you hear me? Elon, this is not a good look, Elon. Elon, answer the phone. Elon, you're making me look bad. Elon, you need to stop with the ketamine. You're on the K-hole. It's not good K-hole. I can handle the K-hole. Elon, I know you're there. Elon, listen to me, Elon. This is not a good look. I don't want to drive your electric cars. Nobody wants to drive them. I want a big Range Rover. They don't have that here, but Range Rover.
So I've come up with...
I have nothing to do with Epstein. You know that. Elon, I know you're there. I can hear you breathing. Elon.
It sounds like every time you're speaking, he's running past the mic.
Elon, I can say I'll try again later. I have to play some golf. Goodbye.
Nice, well done. I think
make sure that's a clip, please.
This segment is all around Arthur Hill.
Oh.
You know yourself, but how well do you know your fellow Arthurs and fellow Hills in a game of
oh my God.
Is it an Arthur or is it a Hill?
Okay.
So I'm going to read out some names. You have to tell me if they are the names of someone called Arthur or if they're the names of a hill in the world somewhere.
Wow.
Okay.
It's a good game.
Up first, I'm going to put the word Arthur in front of it, just so
Gotcha.
you can be like, oh, this is Arthur, someone, or if there's not, you can take the Arthur away and think if it's a hill.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
So it'll be the surname, or it'll be a hill.
Okay. Got you.
Okay. Arthur Reed.
So it would be Reed Hill.
So yeah, it'd be Reed Hill, or like the Reed Hills.
Right. Arthur Reed.
Or it'd be Arthur.
That's a
Reed.
human being.
The answer was it's an Arthur, but this one was actually the Aardvark. That's Arthur, the Aardvark's full name, Arthur Reed.
So I should have.
You should have just said it's an Arthur. Yeah, you've gone too specific, and for some reason said it's a human.
Oh.
Okay, next one, Arthur Wellesley, first Duke of Wellington.
So an Arthur.
Correct. That was an
Nice.
Arthur. Nice job. That was a difficult one.
Thank you.
Next one, Arthur Ashe.
Hill.
That was a US tennis player.
Damn it.
The next one, Arthur Pachaimalai.
Surely, it's a hill.
That was a group of hills in India. Nice.
Come on.
Nice work, man.
Pachamama Hill.
This one, Arthur Cordillera de Iguanico.
I know him well. That's an Arthur.
That is a hill in Cuba.
Cuba.
You should have known that one. Next one, Arthur Campbell.
Human being.
That is a hill in the US.
Oh, fuck. Campbell Hill.
Right now. Next one, Arthur Darvill.
Human being.
That is an English actor, composer, and musician. Nice work.
Is that not the guy from Doctor Who?
I don't know. Arthur what?
Rory from Doctor Who.
It might be. I didn't really look. Arthur.
I thought you were a Doctor Who fan, but fair enough.
Arthur Schopenhauer.
Hill.
That's a German philosopher, unfortunately.
Schopenhauer.
Arthur Seven Hills of Rome.
Oh, human being. An Arthur.
I can reveal that actually is the hills in Italy.
Oh. How the fuck?
And finally, Arthur Mafinger.
Arthur Mafinger. Hill.
It is a hill in Zambia.
In
that
Zambia,
is
really?
what I'm talking about right now. I don't know what the score was of that round or what even the point of that game was.
Can we look at
but
Mafinger Hill?
That's good fun. Do you want to type in Mafinga Hill in Zambia? Just to.
How do you spell that?
Mafinga. Oh.
Do love a good hill.
Mafinga Hill. Wow. Look, the Mafinga Hills in Zambia.
Decent hills. For our audio listeners,
there's a lady sitting in front of some hills.
The kind of ascent on the left-hand side is maybe like a 75 degrees with like a
that's quite cool.
Peak of around what?
Go on.
800 meters above sea level.
There you go. That's.
And then a descent on the right about 68 degrees, and I think the coordinates.
There you go.
There we go. That's good.
The coordinates.
Wow, this is a good segment.
Yeah,
riveting.
So let's move on.
But more difficult than you'd expect to identify something as an Arthur or a hill.
That reminds me of the delivery.
The start of a cinema. That reminds me of.
We had a delivery. Had a delivery yesterday, and I opened the door, but it was for George, and the guy was like, "It ain't George Clarke. That ain't the bloke from what is it?
Amazing Spaces.
Amazing Spaces, is it? I love that show." And I was like, "No, sorry, it's a different George Clarke." He's like, "But it's the same name though." Yeah. So, it's a shame. I was getting all excited.
It's just not cool, is it?
Yeah, it was funny. It must be tough sharing a name.
Yeah.
I can't believe there's two Arthurs. It really pisses me off.
Mine's my middle name as well. That's crazy.
Yeah, 3 Arthurs.
And
which makes
Isaac is Arthur Talion. He's literally not. He's quarter.
Yeah.
It doesn't work if I say he's quarter Italian, does it?
Quarter. Chris is Arthur Man.
Heyo, got his ass. We have a choice of segment now.
Okay.
As I believe we're coming to the end.
Oh, thank God.
We either dilemma it up or do a game that I wanted to play with Max the last time, except we just played Countdown for longer.
Okay.
Which is Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
Oh,
a millionaire?
Wait, what? Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
Yeah.
Okay, I like that.
Where we can just see how far we would make it in a Who Wants to Be a Millionaire
I'd love
situation.
to be a millionaire, so let's do that.
Yeah, I can be Jeremy Kyle and you can be... Jeremy Kyle?
And I'll be
Jeremy Clarkson.
I know what you're doing, and I can be Donald Trump.
Yeah, or you could be you on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
Millionaire.
Ba, 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 ba.
Hello and welcome back to...
Hello and welcome back to Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Today's show, we've got Arthur Hill. Let's see how far he can go.
I'm really bad at trivia. Oh my God. I watched the rehearsal yesterday, sorry.
Arthur, your first question for 100 Great British dollars. What are the joints of the fingers called? A, knees, B, knuckles, C, ankles, or D, elbows?
Can I phone a friend?
You've got 4 lifelines. You've got 50-50, you've got phone a friend, you've got ask the audience.
Hey Arthur, what's the issue? Hey buddy.
Oh.
Okay. Knuckles, B.
B Knuckles. Of course, the question could have been, what's the red character in Sonic called?
Correct.
Arthur, fantastic work there. For $200, which of these words means delight or great merriment? Is it A, flee, B, brie, C, knee, or D, glee?
Knee coming up twice in the first two questions. What are the chances? D, glee.
He's gone for D,
My first
glee.
ever concert.
Is he correct? It is correct. Well done, Arthur. That is 200 Great British
Shout
dollars.
out my Glee watchers.
For 300 Great British dollars, which of these is a musical form from the 1970s? We've got A, Jesus spell, B, Pope spell, C, Joseph spell, or D, God spell.
Oh God. D. I don't know though. That's a guess.
Arthur, I will.
If I'm out for 300
I will remind
quid.
you that we are currently at $300. You have
That does feel quite hard for
lifelines.
£300. Okay, fine. Can I 50-50 it, please?
You can 50-50 it. That's your lifeline gone. It's gone to Pope spell or God spell.
Godspell, please.
He's chosen D, Godspell. Is it? It is gone through, but he has used his
Thank God.
50-50 in
Yeah.
the first three questions. We are now moving on for $500. Which of these is a brass musical instrument? We've got A, eunuch, B, euphonium, C, euphrates, or D, Eucharist.
What the fuck? That... I've never heard of any of them.
Arthur, a keen musician, using his 50-50 for the previous musical question.
From the 70s.
And now, not knowing which is a brass musical instrument, we've got
I'm
A,
going to say B.
eunuch,
I'm not going to use
B,
another lifeline.
euphonium, C, euphrates, or D, Eucharist. He's gone for B, euphonium.
Come
and
on.
it is correct. Congratulations, Arthur. You have moved from $500 to the $1,000 question. Which sitcom featured a coffee
easy.
shop
That's
manager
way easier than the
called
others.
Gunter? A, Friends, B, Will and Grace, C, Frasier, or D, Suddenly Susan? Do you know the answer to this one, Arthur?
So no one told you life was gonna be this way. Will and Grace. Oh, sorry, Friends.
There you go. He's gone for A, Friends, and it was correct. That's $1,000 in the bank account.
Baby.
There you go. You have banked yourself $1,000. The next question is worth $2,000.
I have nothing to lose.
You have
Okay.
nothing to lose. Try the next
Well, so
question.
if I get it wrong, I'm fine.
If you lose, you've got $1,000 in the
I
bank.
see, right.
You've reached a checkpoint.
Which is the largest...
That's my job.
Sorry.
Which is the largest member of the cat family?
shit.
Is it Cat Slater? Cat... Is it A, tiger, B, cheetah, C, lynx, the lynx effect, or D, ocelot, which is the biggest member of the cat family? I believe they've helped you out quite heavily here by not including lion. Which is the biggest member of the cat family? A, tiger, B, cheetah, C, lynx, or D,
In my head, they're
ocelot?
all very similar sizes. I'm not quite aware of... I can't picture what an ocelot is, if I'm honest. Only,
you're a
only the
Minecraft
Minecraft
fan?
version, yeah. I'm going to say tiger.
Arthur has gone for A, tiger, but he's not sure. Is it correct?
Is that wrong?
It is correct. It's tiger.
You
of course.
playing with me, bro?
James playing with you.
Of course, a cheetah built for speed, a lynx, a keen fishing cat, found, I believe, in the jungle regions of the world, and a ocelot, also very similar.
So many
We've
of
got
them killed
which
for
sea
deodorant.
lies to the north of Venezuela.
Oh,
We've got A, Caribbean. We've got the Caribbean Sea. B, we've got the Mediterranean Sea. C, the Baltic Sea. Or D, the Dead Sea. Which sea will you go for? Is it answer C or the other C? Of course, Arthur, do remind you, you have got your phone a friend. You have got your audience vote. Or in the top right, you've got the option to just fuck off.
spin around in a circle. My geography's not good. It's not going to be the Baltic,
Okay.
but it could be any of the other three. Mediterranean doesn't make much sense either, but
Do you know where Venezuela
I
is?
do. It's in either South or North America. I believe it's South America. Is that correct? I don't know.
So in the northern region, if you were to go north of whichever continent you were in, where do you think you would find yourself? Of course, the Baltic Sea being a much cooler region.
Yeah.
That's going to be a very cold sea. You've got the Dead Sea, I believe, is around Egypt, maybe? Mediterranean Sea, of course, being around
But I don't think the Caribbean Sea
Greece's.
makes much sense either. Oh, God.
And your Caribbean Sea obviously being around the Caribbean.
I think I might need some audience participation for this one, please.
He's going to go for his audience. Some help from the audience. And we can reveal that the audience have gone 52% towards the Caribbean Sea and 44% towards the Mediterranean. This is for £4,000, Arthur. Which sea lies to the north of Venezuela?
See, fuck.
For 4,000 Great British pounds.
Mediterranean doesn't make sense because that's like Europe, and Europe is nowhere near Venezuela. So I'm going to go Caribbean Sea, please.
I can reveal that Arthur has gone for a Caribbean Sea.
Caribbean
But
Sea.
was he correct?
Oh, God.
He was correct. Congratulations. Of course, Venezuela in South America. So
It is in
north
South
of
America.
that would
Okay.
be in between the regions where the Caribbean Sea
Gotcha.
lies. Up next, the question for £8,000. A star and a crescent moon are symbols of which religion? A. Buddhism.
This is something I
B.
should know.
Hinduism. C. Shintoism. Or D. Islam.
I've never heard of Shintoism.
No. Oh,
I
God,
believe
should
that's
definitely know
the.
this.
I believe that's the one where they worship ankles.
Wouldn't
as
you have
it's
said like
just in
the
between.
lower leg? Wouldn't that be better?
Well, it's in between because ankles lie right in between the Shinto,
Shinto.
the Shinto region.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough. This is again. This feels embarrassing. That
Do you know?
I know the image. I know the symbol, but
Yeah.
I feel like in my head it could be.
Perhaps think about flags. What flags commonly have a star and a crescent moon in them, and what sort of areas of the world are they?
I think you're on the right path with that.
I can remind you, you have got a phone, a friend,
Yeah.
you have
Used them all
got
up.
whatever the Uno reverse symbol means.
£8,000.
And you're at £8,000 here, Arthur. Maybe speak through out loud. Where's your head at?
I don't think it's Hinduism.
Okay. Shintoism. Where's your?
It's not Shintoism.
Not Shintoism. So
No.
you're looking at either
It's
Buddhism or
yeah.
Islam.
I'm gonna go Islam, please.
Arthur is locking in D, Islam. He's
I don't
not
think it's
unbelievably
right. I
sure.
don't think it's right.
But he is
Oh,
correct.
come on.
It is
Yoy.
Islam.
Come on.
Fantastic work there, Arthur. He's moving on to the £16,000 question. You get past this, you are then on to a question that guarantees you 32,000 Great British pounds. From whom was Cindy Crawford divorced in 1995? We've got A, Kevin Costner, B, Richard Gere, C, Tom Cruise, or D, Robert Downey Jr. I believe you can work through these answers to narrow it down at least. From whom was Cindy Crawford divorced in 1995?
I don't think it's Tom Cruise or Robert Downey Jr. I think they're slightly too young.
Of course, 1995, now 30 years ago.
Gere.
That's
Kevin
a
Costner.
scary thought.
Hey. Fuck you.
I am gonna.
Is your head between Kevin and Richard here?
Yeah, it's Kevin. Trying to just
Is it
think in my
Kev
head, like
or
Cindy
is it
Crawford
Dick?
and Kevin Costner, Cindy Crawford and Richard Gere. Which sounds more natural?
Well, you might have to go for which sounds less natural because they are divorced.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a spanner in the works there, George.
Wait, let me try and remember the Kevin Costner rhyme. Divorced, beheaded, and died. Divorced, beheaded.
Yes.
So divorced, beheaded.
But which one was Cindy Crawford?
I mean, I think I am gonna just use my telephone for this.
Is there anyone who you wish to ring? Who do you think would know the answer to this?
Oh, what a fucking useless.
That's so shit.
We will let you actually ring a person because the one on screen has just said, "I'm sorry, I don't know, but I can rule one out. It's not D. Sorry, I wish I could be more helpful." I believe, Arthur, are you choosing to ring?
Yeah, I'm gonna ring
producer Callum.
Producer Callum. Please.
Okay.
What's his number?
0161. Callie on the map. There we go.
Hello, mate.
Oh, hello. Didn't even ring. I'm just doing Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
Right.
And I just thought you'd love 90s gossip.
Oof.
And
30 seconds to go.
Okay.
The question is, from whom was Cindy Crawford divorced in 1995? And it's A, Kevin Costner, B, Richard Gere, C, Tom Cruise, D, Robert Downey Jr. I don't think it's Tom Cruise or Robert Downey Jr. Do you know if it's Kevin Costner or Richard Gere, please?
I'll be honest, I've been
20
watching it on
seconds,
telly, and my first thought was Tom Cruise.
Really? Interesting.
But I will say, I don't think it's A.
You don't
I don't think it's Kevin Costner.
But you think it could be Tom Cruise? Cindy Crawford.
But I could be so wrong.
5 more seconds to go.
I would, if I were you, I'd go B. Richard
Okay.
Gere.
1.
Thanks, Callum.
No problem.
Thanks.
buddy.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Oh.
There we go. And that is the time up.
Okay.
How's that phone a friend gone for you?
It was semi-helpful. Yeah. I'm gonna go against what Callum said. But I'm gonna say Richard Gere. B.
Wow. He's going to lock in
I just think
B,
Tom Cruise is.
Richard Gere.
Oh,
A
he's
reminder,
60
Tom
though.
Cruise is
He's
60.
60.
Yeah.
I just don't. I think I know about Tom Cruise. Like I think I know. Or maybe. When he did that famous Oprah interview and he was jumping on the sofa? That wasn't about Cindy Crawford, was it? Fuck. Give me Richard Gere.
I am trying to give you Richard Gere.
Oh.
Okay, after those brief technical difficulties, the answer
We're back.
was Richard Gere. Arthur got it correct.
Come on.
We are now on to the £32,000 question. Of course, if you get this right, you are banked to get £32,000. What were the Smurf kids called? A. Smurfettes. B. Smurfies. C. Smurflings. Or D. Smurflets. Do you
We
know
did all of that for you
I
to
know.
get this fucking question wrong.
I know. What?
Are you a keen Smurf fan?
No.
No?
I've never watched any Smurf movies. Smurfettes feels like that's for one specific gender.
Yep.
Smurflets feels weird.
Yeah, it seems more sort of breakfast-based, perhaps.
Smurfies or Smurflings. Fuck.
What in your head?
What's
are
the
you...
fucking other thing that I have left?
I'm not sure. That might be re-roll for a question. I'm not. Does it? If you hover over it, does it say?
No. I mean, it can't be bad, right?
No, I'm gonna find out.
You're like, well, what's the worst that could happen?
What does
start again?
Do you reckon it is a new question?
in
Smurflings. Smurfies.
I'm leaning towards Smurflings.
The computer will replace the current question with one of the same monetary value.
Oh, cool.
Okay, so you're between Smurfies and Smurflings.
Yeah.
are you?
Smurfies, Smurflings.
Is there?
Smurfies just feels quite kiddie. It could be Smurfies.
Is there one that's calling out to you? Is it Smurfies? Are you saying?
I'm a Smurfling. I don't know how they sound. Smurfies. Can I get a new question?
You can re-roll for a new question if you'd like.
Please.
He's re-rolled, and the new question: Shinto is the most popular region in which of these countries? Is it Shinto China, Shinto Thailand, Shinto Japan, or Shinto India?
I think that was a bad call, Arthur.
Yeah.
Are there any that you are ruling out immediately?
India. I don't think it's India.
Doesn't think it's Shinto India.
Well, it's definitely not India. But Shinto. That's mad. That I hadn't heard of it. Had you heard of it?
I've never heard of it, but what I'm thinking of, like, in certain cultures, there's a lot of symbols of, like, feet and ankles and stuff like that. And there's 2 of those cultures up there. So I'm thinking it could be one of them.
I don't know, but
That's
I'm gonna.
deduction.
Oh, no, I still think in Thailand it wouldn't be there. Thailand feels like it would be more Buddhism and. So China or Japan?
Oh, I said region. Most popular religion in which of these countries?
Yeah.
Shinto, China or Japan?
I'm gonna go for. Oh fuck! I'm gonna go for China because we don't hear much about them. You know.
Okay. Arthur's
like,
gone.
and there's a lot of West.
You're going with the devil you don't versus the devil you do know.
I think like everyone and their mum is going to Japan at the moment, and I'm just thinking like I know about Japanese culture, like I think we naturally do, but like there's such like Western agenda against China that maybe I just haven't heard it. So I'm going with China.
George, what would you go with?
I personally would have gone for Japan.
I would have gone for India.
There's no way. Oh, okay, fine.
Only for the reason that I said earlier.
Yeah, that's
India
good logic.
is one of them.
Yeah.
So it's just deduction, but that's it. Locking in A. You happy to
Arthur
go with A?
has locked in China. The answer is. It's Japan.
Oh!
It's Japan.
Damn it!
Fortunately,
Fuck.
that is the
That's
way
crazy.
of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
Shinto.
You have not walked away with 32,000. You have unfortunately walked away with 1,000.
1,000 is all I got.
That's an unfortunate one. I can reveal as well that the answer was Smurflings. Smurfettes was a female Smurf.
Yeah.
And Smurfling, the offspring.
I'm gutted.
So thank you very much for tuning in to Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. That's Arthur Hill there. Commiserations
Thank
for not
you.
getting the 32,000, but he doesn't walk away empty-handed. He's got 1,000 Great British dollars in his back pocket.
Thank you, Jeremy.
Send us your invoice.
Yeah, yeah, I do get that, right?
Yeah. Wow. That is, of course, the end of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. And that, of course, is the end of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire and the end of the show. It's been a wild ride. We've talked Arthurs, we've talked Hills, we've talked Elon and Donald, and we had the final battle against the Shintos. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed, make sure to like, subscribe, and ring that notification bell if you are watching. If you're listening, give us a 5-star rating, download us, listen to us on the go. Arthur, what should they do if they want to get involved with any of your nonsense?
There's a few tickets left for Glasgow, Leeds and Birmingham, but like about a total of 100 left between them all. So I'm very close to a sold out tour, and I could do that with my ego, so please go and buy tickets. But that's about it.
Hell yeah.
New music, lots of festivals, exciting things coming.
That's
Thanks.
what I'm talking about right now. But until next time, got anything?
Invest in Tesla. It's back up.
Oh, it's gone down, so the share price will be lower.
Buy the dip. Buy the dip.
Oh, buy the Terra Masalata, the Tesla Masalata, the dip.
Yeah, let's end on that stinker.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye, guys, from me, Max. Bye.